look at your target, and then what you're going to do is, as your sights get into your vision, you are going to change your focus from your target to your sights so that you can ensure that they are aligned. Then when they are aligned, then you can break your shot.
So I just broke my shot, and notice how accurate that was. We all want to hit golf shots like that. There's a very specific way human beings see with their binocular vision. This is why we fire our handguns from face on and not from the side like this. This is what we're asking you to do in golf. So when you're standing beside the ball looking down the target this way, 1,000% your vision will be flawed. You can't rely on that. So we're going to first show you how to line up properly, and we're going to, confirm how your human vision works so you know who to trust. And then you're going to see 5 things that are going to fall into place like magic, like swaying and pulling shots to the left and hitting fat shots and thin shots and hitting, these big slices that have so much spin to them. They all relate back to how we see the shot. Man, this is going to revolutionize your golf game. You don't want to miss this show. Let's start out first and foremost with a flight plan. What do you want to hit? So when you're raising your handgun at a target, you're very intent at a specific target. Same thing here. So I want to hit a nice little draw. There's my picture. I want to start it slightly to the right and draw it back into the hole, just like I did there. So in order for me to achieve that, I need an intermediate point. Every time our students come in for their lessons, these intermediate points, this is a righty intermediate point, this is a lefty intermediate point. Without fail, this is non-negotiable if you want to hit accurate golf shots. So from back here with your binocular vision that you would use to fire that handgun, you have ball, intermediate point, and target that all line up. Now if I'm hitting draw, I'd like to start this slightly to the right of my intermediate point and draw it back to the hole. So I would line up parallel to this, play the ball a hair back of center. You want to go to our premium website, check out Working the Ball. It'll show you how to do fades and draws. And then you'll see draw fine-tuning and fade fine-tuning if you want to get in, a little deeper into that. But I'm showing you right now how we're going to intersect ball and intermediate point, which must be no more than a couple of feet apart in your immediate peripheral vision. So when I'm facing here with my binocular vision, I see ball and intermediate point, and I see the blur of my club that's going to be swinging through both. So when you do a practice swing, it is primo important that you see the blur of that golf club as it passes through from a few inches prior to a few inches after. That line has to fit the line that's lined up with the ball and intermediate point. So if we put the intermediate point a little closer, this is typically where I'd want to have it, then I can really truly see that my blur is matching up with that. So now that we have that, we no longer look out there. Just like the instructor was mentioning, when you raise your handgun up and you match your sights with the target, you focus out of the target and you stay focused on your sights, and that's where you would break the shot. So same thing here. I'm going to line up. I can see that that's just a little bit too far right. There we go. I'll take a practice swing or two and confirm that the blur of my club is matching up very nicely with that. Now when I get here, all I'm doing is allowing that blur to stay right edge of my intermediate point back and through. And there it is. Once again, beautifully executed right over my target. So let's look at all the bonuses that are going to happen when you stay with that fully and truly, okay? Number one, swaying off the ball. Now, I'm over here getting ready to let my arc blur go to the right edge of my intermediate point. In my mind right now, this feels so far right. And it's going to feel way too far right for the vast majority of you. That's because if I'm facing you and I'm doing a golf swing, because I want to address myself to you, I'm going to face you as a proper human being. This is how we do things. But if I do a golf swing while facing you, obviously my swing's not going towards you. It's essentially going about 90 degrees to the left of you. Now, if I want to go towards you, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. Well, I just swung dead left. I just pulled that shot like 30 yards left of the hole and long. And for most of you, that's a double bogey. And those are the ones that you're trying to avoid. So if I were to truly stay in your direction from here, I can see my blur is moving in that direction. So right about there, you can see that that's coming towards you. But I'm facing way over there. So because I feel like I'm going over there, my brain says, are you kidding? We don't want to go that way. And then you pull across and react to a mirage. So once you've got this puppy lined up, it is so important for you to stay with it. So the average in our lessons is when you feel like you're going 30 yards to the right, you're going 3 yards to the right. 30 degrees to the right, 3 degrees. Divide by 10. So I'm going that way. I can see my blur is moving slightly to the right of that intermediate point. When I stay right about here, feels like I'm going about 30 yards right into this tree right here. And that's really scary when you feel that you're going into the trees on the right-hand side. Why do so many of you come over the top? Well, if I'm trying not to go to the right, I'm going to sway back so I can face my target better. There's your sway. Over the top, simple. I don't want to go to the right. So there's point number 2, over the top, gonzo. All I have to do is stay with the direction of my blur, and over the top is gone. So it's going to start to the right and draw back. So that takes care of 2 major points in the swing, doesn't it? What's left? Well, if you sway off the ball because you're trying to face your target, well, now the ball is way too far forward. If it's too far forward, you're going to pull it to the left. So you're either coming over the top and pulling it to the left, or you're pulling it to the left, hitting it fat and thin. So you see how it all relates now to what your brain is receiving for information. On our premium channel, we have very specific videos that are going to help you through this. I mean, this is one of the things that keeps us in permanent employment, because your eyes keep fooling you and you think you're doing something else. Whereas we're here to show you how, hey, no, man, this is how your eyes work as a human. And then if you follow this blueprint and we don't go against the grain, then you're going to hit some super quality golf shots. Way more flush, way straighter, way longer, because when you're swaying, that machine starts getting really loose, you're going to lose a lot of power. So there you have it. Next time you want to really improve on your game, go to wisdomandgolfpremium.com. Check out the Alignment Reload and the Alignment Reset series. And that's going to really set you straight so that, and then as you get used to that and you stick with it, you're going to see that that spray pattern is going to diminish very significantly. And we can't wait to hear all about it in the comments. Please subscribe, like, it really helps us out. We want to get to 200,000 subscribers ASAP. And we want to help as many golfers as possible play their best game ever. Hey everybody, Sav just got back. She's feeling a lot better. She just got back with Move from the Ottawa show. The guys did some fantastic demos out there for Long Drive. Yeah. And then The ladies want you to go and do a nice demonstration at the Montreal show.
Yeah.
So you and Mom are going to head down.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a nice ladies weekend.
Little ladies' evening.
And you're going to have a booth. So,
Yeah, they're giving me a booth for the Friday, Saturday.
So the Friday, Saturday of that show, which is March 14 and 15, Sav's going to have her own booth, so you can go out and chat with Sav, and she'll tell you all about Moo's long drive programs and her programs, and you get that way you can get to come to Royal Quebec for a weekend and really improve your golf game.